I'm on, and I got horizontal now. This is nice. You guys can see the rack up there now. All right. Whoo, boy. So, okay, yeah, I finally figured out where they moved the feature to the vertical, horizontal stuff. Regardless, if you look down at the comments, I'm going to go ahead and pin this one. There is a link in the pinned message, and that pinned message is actually a link to the website, in which tonight, I didn't decide this until just today, I am officially releasing the SEX6 inserts. There are 3 versions, a light one, a medium one, and a heavy one. Yep, Andrew, I've got it figured out. So the light one is for if you've got a really lightweight competition SEX6. The medium one is for the normal weights, and the heavy one is for the ones with all the brass and metal and all that. Now, granted, you could, if you want it to ride softer, then go one stiffness down. Simple as that. But there is a link right there to it, in case you guys are interested in that. One thing I did, I don't have it with me, but I can explain it to you. Andrew, yes sir. Joe Girding, Skulature, what's up? Marcus, what's up, buddy? Enlighten, Andrew Diddle, Paul, what's up, man? Mario, straight SEX6 is a basher. My honcho will stay a crawler. There you go. If you want to do bashing with the 6, keep the stock inserts, the stock foams. That way they can absorb a lot more. Paul King, what's up? Field Discovery, how's it going, man? Welcome to the live. So we have an issue with sand on our dirt track, and so I came up with what I'm calling sand shields. These go inside of a wheel, and I don't have one handy somewhere, but they go in like this right here, and the sand has got a little bit of a ramp to a little bit of an angle. The sand comes out of it. I tested these this past weekend, and I'm going to tell you right now, they work like a charm. They were in the Pro Line wheels. So I've also got something else, like this wheel right here. See all that dark in there? That's where that sand and dirt just packs in. So I've made a different kind of shield for this one. Pretty well solid there. Basically came up with this right here. This is for John. He requested the green. So basically, this just goes right into here. It fits into the groove. Let me see if I can get this into place real quick. It fits in there just like that. And that will block the sand from getting into all this and causing balance issues. Where we're at, it's sandy, dirty, and you have a lot of balance issues. So we've got that going. I've already showed you guys the SEX6 inserts that are released tonight. They are in limited supply. Partly because I'm afraid of getting slammed with massive orders on those. Let me see. Now you can't see the banner. No, but you can see the bottom of it. Will it fit good in the swappers? I'm not sure what a swapper is. Put the sledge belts on the Jeep. Okay. Clayton, I'm here listening to my truck while I'm driving. Morton, what's up from Norway? That guy. Mud racing, that's a very good possibility. Now, this is a cheap eBay sand paddle for e-buggy. Check this out. I did a modified, I gave this to IAQ Master, and he sent me a picture back where he cut this down and made it fit. So I'm like, okay. Now, I don't have an orange one, but you can see the orange is going to pop like crazy. So, but these are actually a press in, and hopefully they stay. Got to press these in, and hopefully I can show you guys the way this works. But basically, it just gives a little bit of a dress up to it. I don't know that way the e-buggy is and the knuckles and all that. I don't know if I can actually make a actual sand shield for that, but this right here may actually help. With it being a vented wheel or a spoked wheel, don't know, but it should look pretty cool. So that I know for sure. So we got that going. I'm going to print out my own course markers as well. That's what this is. So I'm printing these out, and I've got another piece I'm going to glue on top, which will have an arrow and a number. So each one will actually have an arrow and a number. So yeah, I'm working on a lot of things with that printer. So Losi would have a wheel wobble at high speed beforehand. Correct. Now, Marcus, if you watched the video that I put up for channel members last night, I didn't have any wheel wobble on that one. And that was because I was running these in the wheels. So these also fit that Losi. They also fit right into my Techno, just so you know. No name. We are talking about printed inserts in wheels, dressing them up, getting this sand out of them and all that wonderful stuff. Brett loves, what's up? Pat, hopefully the Randy washes out. The Randy washes out. A Dicky Duck. I could totally put a Dicky Duck on top of it. Yes. Man, Andrew, dude, I love this thing. And right up there is that IXBRXPQ something dark side. This thing. I could actually read the temperatures of the batteries, the ESC, everything right from this screen. So I was able to look at how much battery I used, how much battery was left. I was able to check all that stuff out. Very expensive, but very good. As far as the boot up time, yes, it takes a little while to boot up. That it does. In fact, while I'm talking, I'll go ahead and you almost said the letter transmitter. I'm gonna push the button and let's see how long it takes to boot up. This is kind of one of those things where you set it on boot up before you actually grab your vehicle. There we go. Now we're just going to let this sit here. You guys can watch it. It'll flicker a little bit and do its thing. I think the next Losi that I want to get is that buggy. And the censored system that is in that Losi, man, guys, I'm telling you what, it is nice. I spoke with them and I'm like, look, you need to offer this as a separate system, full smart, everything. With one of your DX6Rs, it's got all this stuff like this in it. See right now, it's booted up. Now you're going to be able to see it transfer over to the race program. There you go. It goes right over into that. So that was the whole boot up process right there. And yes, it does have full internet, Wi-Fi, everything. So yeah, it's got all that. It's basically like a small Android tablet. And so far, dude, I really like this thing. I really do. I'm laughing at the letter. Expensive is relative to your account. You're right, Andrew. They are on pre-order right now. $700 for that thing. Joe, thanks for the cheat code. I'm going to try them out. Good deal, Jimmy Bailey. Man, I got an order I'm printing right now. 70 inserts, all going to Texas. Yep. So I got quite a bit of inserts on the printers. I'm about to get 2 more printers. I've got 4 printers dedicated directly to SCX6 inserts. There'll be 2 more with the same setup, but with different colors, so I can do these quickly because this is one of my early ones. See that? It's like a 5% infill. This one right here is like 45. So it's a pretty big difference on infill. So I'm gonna give all these to John. We just let him, hey, look, they're yours, because it was kind of his idea. But yeah, Andrew, I got 70 inserts going. Would it get those receivers put into the Marcus? Yes, there is one of those receivers into the Super Laser Nut. Now, That 6200, man, what a pain that is. But I've almost got it figured out, and I'm thinking about putting together a really quick video. I'm talking a 2-minute video, just something to get out there so I can show real quickly how to bind it, how to calibrate it, and how to rebind and recalibrate to change the gyro back and forth. That's how I found all that works. It's not too bad now, but man, trying to find that information on YouTube, man, it's such a long drawn out thing, and they're not even telling me what I want to see. So I'm thinking about doing a real quick video on that, just something to, you know, get out there with it, you know. Can this radio play music? Let me turn it back on. If I can get it onto YouTube, which it will go on YouTube, I guess it can play that. I know it has a micro SD card that you can put all kinds of things on. Like where you have like the picture of the vehicle and all that, you can actually put a picture of your vehicle on here when you select it. Your vehicle pops up. It's really neat. You got to put that on a micro SD, which is like an Android thing. I'm all Apple and stuff like that, but I can still get it on that card. I got the Radio Link RC8X Aaron Prime. Jeff Aldridge, dude, the 8X is a beautiful radio, and it's less than half the cost of this one. Man, 8 channels, all kinds of mixes, channel mapping. The 8X is nice. It really is. Andrew, yeah, probably, but with it being an Android-based system, I am not even going to do anything with this dude at all. Let me see if I can get to app setting. Let's see here. Get this thing on the internet. Let me see here. Actually, I don't want to sign into anything right now. Or I may already have. I don't know. I'm working on it. When you glue the cheat codes onto the lock ring, do you do it on the edges or the flat surface of the ring? On the cheat codes, do you see these little, it's hard to see, but there's a little groove in here. Yeah, you see that groove right there? That's where you put the glue. So basically you put this over there. You can see them a little bit right there. You got one up top, one bottom, and then one to the left and right. Just kind of peel the insert back a little bit and drop some of the E6000 down into that groove. Do it to all 4, and then let it sit, you know, and lock up a little bit, and then you'll be good to go. If you go to change them out, you can still peel it off. It's E6000 or Amazing Goop or whatever you happen to use. All right. I just want to. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see here. Tried out my new inserts. How did they work, RC and more? Mark Saxon, what's up? Brett loves, will you get a VXL slash 4x4, please? I just don't really have a use for that. Mr. Tyler Lang, what's up? Videos, thank you, Onyx. Missed that. I thought it was for a special lock ring with a slot in there. Yes, sir. Those are actually called glue slots. Let me see here. YouTube right here. Hopefully you guys can see us when it comes up, but that is YouTube. What's up there first? It's a Kevin Talbot video right there. That popped right up on it. Let's see if it'll play. Let's see if it's got sound, because you want to ask if it does sound and all that. Let's see. I'm curious on that myself. Oh, we've got an ad. How do I turn the sound up? Dang it, I clicked on the ad. All right, there's that button. I need to figure out how to turn the volume up. It does have some volume to it. You can hear that maybe? So, I don't know how to turn the volume up. I don't know, but it does have sound. I'd like to figure out how to turn that up, though. Next, I missed that. Put YouTube on it. Sorry. Why do I call them cheat codes? Is because of this right here. Okay. The reason why I call this a cheat code is because of the weight transfer of this insert. Number one, they are very directional. See how they stand up, see how they lay down. So you can actually cheat by just simply swapping sides and change the dynamics of your vehicle without changing your tires. A lot of competitions, you got to keep the same tires for the whole thing, right? Well, you can kind of swap sides and change the dynamics and technically not change your tires. Okay? And then when you're on a side hill, this right here hits first and compresses. You got that, like your outside. See how that's rounded right there? See how large that is? See this right here? This right here compresses, and then look at how far down in that compresses. So the weight of the vehicle is on the outside edge of the tire. And this is like adding half an inch of width without adding half an inch of width. Hopefully that kind of explains that a little bit. Andrew, if you haven't run a Slash VX on your track, you have it lit. I've run all kinds of short courses on my track. Lots of people have them. Regular class with the Slash Ultimate. We just have what's called a short course class. Simple as that. You can run your Slash, you can run your Centon, you can run your Techno, you can run your Low C. It's just a 4-wheel drive short course class. And we actually did have a bunch of them show up. If you're a channel member, you've already seen the video of that. Can hear it. How's the picture? The picture is fine. Let me see if I can. Huh. Where's my volume at? I don't see a volume on this thing, though. I don't see a volume, but you can also go full screen on it, too. So that's actually pretty neat. I don't know why you would choose to watch something on this versus your regular phone while you're at an event, but if there's Wi-Fi, you technically could. It's actually pretty cool, though. You can go full screen. I just wish I could turn the volume up. But anyway, all right, we've seen enough of that. Turn this thing off here. This is pretty neat. Well, I'll be making some inserts for the MK07. I was about to say I do have inserts for the MK07. Mark, is there a reason? Is anybody competing with the MK07? I mean, the reason I'm asking is like, to me, it's not a competition vehicle. It's more of a trail vehicle. And honestly, I would choose a normal insert over these for the trail. Unless your trail is just really wild and you really want to push it, you know. Are your printed inserts for the S6 Honcho mainly for comp or okay for general trail use? They can be used for all of them. Now, the Amazon B-Locks, I have these for the stock wheels. There's a groove right here. There's a raised in here. You can see it right there. So this will lock into that groove. No side shift, okay? So it'll lock into that groove. If you got like a stock truck, you could go with either the light or the medium. The medium is more like for the stock truck. The light would give you more tire flex, more tire movement and all that. It's like for a lightweight competition. There is a competition scene brewing in the SCX6 world. So I kind of use that, you know, kind of help me get this going, because these things take a lot to print. A lot to print. Something better than just foam. Oh yeah, these are the way. $4. Now I also want to show you guys this. How about the Proline Ibex with a cheat code in it? I've got 2 different versions. I'm working on this. But do you see this one? See how big that hole is? This has got a groove in it, a ring in it. This is specific for this tire on the wheels that fit the Deluxe Fab loaded dice. That's what this is for. And there is, see that little groove right there in the light? In these wheels, I got to make them for these tires too. But these wheels, or these inserts, lock into this wheel. Okay? Very specific for this one. I could put it together for you guys. I think I got a 2mm up here somewhere. But, yeah, Cross RC. But, yeah, it's very specific to this for those vehicles. And it is not the same, although it does have some cheat code characteristics. And like I said, this is kind of a prototype right here. Just I'm trying to get things fitted. You make inserts for the megalithics. Russell, yes, go on to the website, exocagedrc.com, and just order a set for the J Concepts. I actually measured the megalithics when I made those inserts. In terms of input delay on the track. The DX6 and that one, they have a 0.11 second on the latency. Now, the fastest radio that I have seen is actually the 8X. And that one is claimed at 3 milliseconds. So you can see right here, let me show you that I'm messing with this right here. This right here goes in, you line these up with the groove. So if you have an MOA running the loaded dice, this is going to be your insert. Now granted, in the MOA world, foams are still king. So this is kind of going into trying out to see if I can get into that world. And then you get those in there, they fit into the little grooves. Push this into place. And then you have this physically locked in there. So 0 side shift. It is physically locked. That's a big deal. So, yep, just want you to know this is something I'm working on as well. Been working on that for about 2 weeks now. Once I get this one done, then I got to see if it'll fit this tire, which, let me go over here. What's happening, Joe? In terms of input delay, no, actually, it does not feel that slow. It does not. Now, about the only time, now keep in mind, I'm not a good high-end racer, okay? But about the only time you'll notice a 0.11 second delay or 11 second latency was like maybe if you're running a real tight 110 oval. And I'm talking with traction where you're running like 3 and 4 second laps, where you got to have every little bit of that. You might notice it on that. But I'm going to test these in these tires. I don't know that they'll fit right or not. But there's a trick to these. There's a trick to these. These are not normal cheat codes. I'm kind of thinking about calling these pro codes, because they are a little bit different. In fact, my cheat codes from the SCX6 all the way through the other different versions, they're a little different. They're not all the same exact thing. All right, let's see here. Get that over here. I actually have these tires on my So let me see how this is going to fit. This is the first time I've fitted this in here. Little bit of a slop right here. I think I might need to add a little bit more to it on the diameter. But overall, the fit looks pretty good. Now, the bead on this one is kind of torn a little bit, so it's hard to get that right. But there's a dedicated inside and an outside. It's got a smooth transition up into the tread area. So it actually fits better than what I thought. It feels perfect on the width. Feels really good on the width. It could just use a little bit more right there. Got a little bit of slop. Now, I prefer a little bit of slop versus being too tight in there. When it's too tight in there, I can make it do this right here. It'll do something like this. Well, hold on. Try this one. It'll do something like that. Now, generally speaking, me driving, more than likely you driving, you'll never notice that. But I would rather have a little bit of slop here, maybe 1/2 to 1 millimeter of slop here, maybe even 2 depending on the tire, than I would have it be bunched up in there. Just my own thoughts on that one. I'd rather have a little bit of looseness. That way the tread can work a little bit better. All right, Slow MK. Chainsaw, what's up? Kipper. I jumped my slash through my razor window and the shock cap broke. Well, buddy, everybody in the world has got shock caps for that slash. Parts are everywhere. You used to could find them at Pet Boys. Is Pet Boys still around? Yeah, I just did the cheat code thing. I had no idea if anybody had used it before. I just kind of went for it. The Arma Typhon Grom. Yeah, Proline just released a little bitty set of Badlands for it. So, yeah, that would be definitely a set of tires for it right there. Be like for something larger like a 1-den indoor, given its most expensive, good quality radios. Yeah, what are you running right now, Endos? I will tell you this. I put this one down and I picked up a GT5. And you guys know I love the FlySky GT5. I just picked up another one when they were on sale. I now have a 5th GT5 that goes on things, okay? But for the first time ever, it legit felt like a downgrade. And I like the GT5, I really do. But it felt like a downgrade. Marcus. The torque servo did great, man. I'm happy with that. I actually like the other one, the other version better. The one that actually has the link mounts and all on it, the tabs and everything for the SCX24. To me, that's like the perfect servo for that. This one is just kind of a regular micro servo. Endos, buddy, I hear a lot of good things about the Dumbo. I am not laughing. But man, they could have picked a better name, couldn't they? You guys really want me to get a Slash? I could borrow one and drive it around a little bit. Kipper. Wow, a Mojave Grom and an X-Max. Those are two very different vehicles, aren't they? Yeah, the Fortec tires on the track here, the pavement, the concrete is about the best you're going to get. There are jumps at my local track that I can feel it cut signal. Really? Well, I'm going to tell you this. With the 6200A, the gyro in that feels better than the gyros on the RC8X. If you run a gyro. If you don't run a gyro, man, try it. Borrow somebody's RC8X and try that. It's got a good, strong signal. It's actually so strong that if you happen to have your car right here and you have your transmitter right here, it'll actually won't even bind up. You got to move the transmitter away. Now, yes, I was doing something with the Ascent 18 today. Gorgon with paddles, and you put power on it, it's just going to stand up. It's just going to stand right up. All right, Kipper, catch you later, buddy. That's like a slash ultimate, so you have sway bars. I don't even know that. Enlighten, I may have to give that a shot. Man, I don't know that sway bars make a difference on my track. Really, I don't know that the sway bars make a bit of difference. That sandy track, all it wants is power. All it wants is power and sand paddles, which is more power. I wouldn't say that, Clayton, but the Fortec tires work really good. I even bought a set of them. I really did. And they are quick. They dropped some yesterday. Hi guys, what are we talking about? We were talking about everything from inserts to tire dresser upper discs to sand shields to little bitty tiny bolts. Am I going to get the new Endura motor for my Ascent 18? Actually, no. I've got a new Furatech system for my Ascent 18. The only gyros I've messed with on the Traxxas is just a little knob. And believe it or not, actually the gyro is pretty decent on the Traxxas. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, right here. I think it's the ESC. Yeah, this is the ESC right here. I got a motor too. This is the new GT5 receiver, I believe it is. That's going into the... Because he actually has a motor with the proper pinion gear and everything to go into that Ascent 18 Furatech. Come on, get off me. There we go. Okay, just a Python Pro. I was kind of hoping I'd got the Python Pro RC 5X, whatever it was, but we're good on that. Dude, the sand shields, dude, these right here, like if the sand was powder, it would fall right out. It was dirt this time, but I did not have a single issue with it at all. What do I do with the stock electronics? Typically, I save them. Whenever somebody is here and they burn something up, if I happen to have something available, I pretty much just give it to them. So, like, if they're out here and they burn something up, and if I have something, I'll just give it to them. Put it that way. My boys got their Gorgons for their birthday Saturday night. I'm super impressed. Good thing I bought them blue ones and batteries with 2C charge rate. $149 motor and ESC, $159 for motor ESC on Amazon. Okay. Is that a deal there, Paul, or something? Well, see, Andrew, I did that when I first had the website. I actually had some radios on there. Every single one of these radios, I binded it, and I physically tested every channel, everything. A full exact set. I put them up on there, took some pictures, and a few of them sold. One guy got one, messed the freaking thing up, and then had to return it. I'm like, this is not freaking Walmart here. That just, it really upset me because 100% I verified everything was operational on that. 100%. So after that, pretty much, if I have electronics or something, I'll take care of them here in person. Simple as that. Because it's not worth the hassle. People get stuff, tear it up, or they get something and they swap receivers, and oh, now the receiver don't work, and then they want their money back. And I'm like, I'm not Walmart here. I don't have that kind of a budget. So it just kind of really soured me on that one, you know. It really did. So that was kind of why, that's why you don't see me list them up there. I don't know why anybody would want an axe in a rift. I don't see why you would want an axe in a rift that's going to be bouncing and doing all that. MIP has a coupon only today. All right, guys, if you want some MIP, there's a coupon code for you. Thank you, Brett Loves. Exo did the best marketing for the Gorgon that I've seen. The Gorgon to pure fun. Man, insane BMX. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm still happy with my choice. That was my 2023 truck of the year, and I'm absolutely happy with that choice. You would think it'd be some big, expensive truck, all this and that. No, it was probably one of the cheapest trucks available. And that thing is just awesome, man. That label wasn't even interested around. North in stock. Man, I've been asked to make inserts for the 124ths, but there are so many different tires, so many different wheels, different diameters. There's almost no set standard for them like for the regular 1.9s or 2.2s, you know? So that's why I haven't done it. And to make something soft enough that would actually work in a 124 would be really tricky. Really tricky. The Polar Pros are a great motor. I've got ones up there on the wall right now. Do I have an X-Max roller? No electronics. I do not. I do not. So let me talk to you guys about the events coming up. If you're on my Facebook, let me see. I think this computer, I can get it. I'm gonna go to my Facebook here. I'm gonna post up a link. Go to my Facebook profile and give me a like, follow, or whatever it is you got to do to that, and get all of that. Let me see here. Get this right here, because I'm posting all my events and stuff up here. Let me see. Paste right there. All right, if you go to that, it'll take you to the Facebook page. Go ahead and give a like, follow, or whatever, because I am posting events up there. The event Gromapalooza is all about the Typhon Grom, the Grom lineup. We're talking the Typhon, the little Granite, the Mojave, and including the NASCAR. So if Losi gets the NASCAR out before this event, it is welcome. It's only about the Groms. We're going to have a long jump competition, oval race, probably have some obstacles in it. We're going to have some dirt racing. Hopefully the track is a little bit sticky so it's not sandy, and it'll do like what happened to mine with the sand getting in the motor. And then we're going to have maybe a tug of war or something like that. But there will be a stock and modified class for this. It should be absolutely a blast. I have not messed with the spark drive axles yet. I've got a truck for it. I just haven't got to it yet. They look super cool though. Yeah, pretty much the only thing Hobby Wing that's meant for slow is an axe system. And my Rift and all that, honestly, I prefer the Castle Monster X or Mamba X for that kind of driving. Drive shaft shocks and arms. What's up, RC guy? What's up, flapping lips? Man, you guys are cutting me some slack tonight. We might have to finish this thing at 8 o'clock. You finish this at 8 o'clock, I'll be able to start working on something. Man, all right. Let me show you these wheels I got over here. This is by Negative GRC. Look at these wheels. I'm going to take those inserts for the skinny pins, as I call them, and change that insert to fit this. There'll be a physical lock onto these wheels, which I think will be pretty nice. And these are a lightweight wheel. So I'm going to modify that insert to fit into this, which might be a major pain to get it in there, but it won't come out. That's for sure. I think it'd be a good fit for these wheels too. So I've got all of that in there. Let me see. For everybody showing up late, I do have inserts for SCX6. The link up at the top will take you to the inserts for the SCX6. Uh-oh, Primal. Good news, the Dodge Challenger is almost here. I've had that paid for since last year. Pre-orders will be shipping on time as expected. This means the pre-orders is also ending at the end of this month. Challenger. Okay, I'm not sure. I guess I need to see what date they're going to ship. But yeah, I do have the big 1/5 scale Dodge Challenger on order. I ordered the electric roller. Let me see here. I'm looking for a date. I know when they first released it, that suspension was garbage. It was bad. It made a 1980s bowling look good. And I think people started canceling that pre-order and all that, and they had to go back to the drawing board and actually put a real suspension on it. When I'm happy to see that. So I am happy to see that. Let me see. I don't see a date. Shipping estimated delivery September, June, July, August, September. So here in a few months, hopefully we'll have the big Primal 5th scale Dodge Challengers. That's going to be fun. I'm just going to put a simple 12S system in it, nothing special. I don't think it's even meant for 12S, to be honest with you. I think it's meant for 8S. It's just two-wheel drive. But it should be pretty good. Drew does RC. Hey man, how's the Armored Gorgon? Love it. Tech question. What's the difference between a 2300 kV and a stock Rift and a 2300 kV Spectrum or Hobbywing Pro? The difference is going to be in motor structure, motor build, the magnets, the windings, all that stuff. I mean, you can have 2300 kV weak and you can have 2300 kV strong. So, when it comes to like a Fusion, you have a smaller armature, a smaller rotor in there because you have the ESC and everything in there. If you have like a normal 2300 kV 550 regular motor hooked to an external ESC, you probably got some power in there, really good stuff. They are carbon. The wheels, those are carbon right there. And this looks like that is not a typical print job. That is something a whole lot better than what I do. This is metal. Well, Andrew, I'm going to have one soon, dude. I'm going to have one soon with full suspension and everything. 3,300. Now with the with those motors, I think it was the 550 550, if it has the boss coming out the side of it, kind of like that, it was up into the chassis. I think I had to do a 540 in mind. If I recall correctly, it was a 540. Because of that motor the wires coming out. The only issue you'll have is with the wires coming up, getting into the chassis. They probably use a lock diff, or they're using the same diffs. I believe it's the same diff as the Raminator. It is not locked that I know of. Right. Some motors get into that chassis. Buy your buys. Later. I'm trying to get this screw in here. I can't get the tip in. I'm trying to get the tip into here. If I can get the tip in, the rest of it will go. Ah, there it went. Nice and easy. Sometimes getting that tip in there is the hard part. In that video, when I was talking about that bolt on that servo, what I should have done was edited in the old Hawk Tula girl. That would have been perfect. But I don't want to. I think she's going nuts right now. Like she's some big time celebrity, which I guess she is for a little while. Awesome. Oh yeah, I've got one, two. I have 2 Team Coralies. Yes. Well, hey, my channel is not meant for kids. Every now and then you got to put a little joke in there to make sure they know it's not meant for kids. Kids shouldn't pick up on that stuff anyway. I saw that Pat House. She went to one of the stores and picked up a whole bunch of dog food and stuff and gave it to the local dog shelter. That was pretty cool. Triple Exocaged to edit in the sausage party clip of one thing. Just Drew does. I would probably start with the stock pinion gear, man. Probably where I would start with. Man, this fits really good. The one for the loaded dice, that fits really good. I'm impressed. Somebody knew what they were doing. First steering mod on an SCX6. Okay. The first thing to do is to put the Vidavon full adjustable steering link set on there. Then the C-hubs. And then front shock towers. Those are the first things you do to that truck to tighten up the steering. And then if you go to a much bigger servo, then you need the whole steering tray and everything like that. And at that point, the steering's pretty well solid. Yeah, I'm glad there was a resignation or whatever happened on that one. You would run 3S with a 3300? Man, it don't matter what pinion gear you put on that thing. It's going to be a wild ride, buddy. Yeah, I think when I did my conversion, I just used a stock pinion gear. Usually when people ask me what pinion gear to start with, I say start with stock and then adjust from there. That's kind of what I usually say. That motor was flying there, wasn't it? All right, so yeah, we're having kind of a slack night tonight, guys. In about 10 minutes, we're going to wrap this up. Hopefully you guys went to the Facebook and did your deal there, because that's where I'm posting the events. The meet and greet, picking up sponsors for that one. There will be vendors on site. So we got quite a bit going on with that one. It's a 2-day event now. Saturday is pretty much the more meet and greet day of it. I'll be putting up banners and just taking care of things like that. Probably marking a trail. We can do some trail drives and all that stuff as well on Saturday. I'm not sure what kind of events we're going to have on Sunday, but I know we're going to have at least a show and shine. And I want it to be a scale show and shine. So I really want to get scale out there. I really do. I think the stock motor will work with an Axe R3, but I have not tried it yet. Pat, it depends on how hard you're running them. Like if you're running a crawler or something, I mean, typically speaking, you're not on that throttle, full throttle, but more than a second at the most. On some of the bigger trucks, you can really over gear that thing or over rev it. I've done that. I have destroyed Hobby Wing and Castle 1650s on 8S. So literally just destroyed the rotor inside of them. .3S on the Red Cat Dancy Ridge Runner. I believe you can, Tom. I believe you can. I'd have to find that ESC and see what it's got. Didn't I already change mine out? I think I put a 1080 in there. Yeah, that was on one of the X Maxes. Oh, man. I got to do an XRT video. I got this servo that's a direct drop-in for that. It's got all the proper mounts and everything. Sean gave it to me today and wants me to test it in there to see if it's going to work and all that. So I guess I'll be his guinea pig. The problem is I got to give it back. Darn it. How long does it take to ship inserts to Washington? 3 to 5 days. I've seen it go 5 days on like normal, but if you do priority, then it could be 2 or 3 days. Yeah, it's out in my car. It's a full metal servo. All the bracketry is there. It drops right in, from what I was told. Okay, Zach, cool. I kind of figured you could, as it's basically like a 1060 ESC, I believe it is. So yeah, good deal. All right, we got 8 minutes. Going to wrap this thing up. Yeah, you guys are giving me lots of time. Lots of time to mess around on this live. Last live, man, you guys kept me running. Just running like a constipated wiener dog. It's pretty crazy. No, it's a cherry Coke. Man, I've got cherry lime Sprite, and man, that stuff is good. Yes, sir. Reese Booths will be there. Did I get an Orlando mini truck? No. I don't have it. I've got the little drift car, the 143 drift car. I got an idea for that. I got an idea for how I'm going to video that. I'm going to get out there on the pad, right? Probably have to do this in the morning, because it's a little bit hot for what I'm wanting to do. But basically, I got to get, you're talking the whole drift car this big, okay? So I got to get real close to it. the slow-mo phone, everything like that, to try to get this thing to be actually decent, okay? I was thinking the same thing, Marcus. But regardless of all that, I'm going to actually set a camera back where you can see a walrus down there videoing the car. So it'll be like a whole walrus down there with a phone videoing this little car. It should be pretty entertaining. Marcus, it is not either of those. It's like a proprietary size from Traxxas. So it's not either. You can't just simply. I did put a fist. I found to put the medium size high tech in mine, I believe it was, and the X Max. This was years ago, and man, I had to cut that thing out bad to fit that in there. I really did. I've never done it since. My favorite 1.9 inch wheel, typically speaking, something cheap off of Amazon. It's the most scale crawler I have, possibly that Endura truck. And I haven't done anything with that in a while, but it's a little Endura truck. It's got the hard body from Endura. You get it all from Amazon. Everything, the chassis, axles, everything. Can you take the back part of SX6 Honcho and have it cab only? I'm sure you could come up with a way to mount that on there and have that. It would be cool if you did that and you had like a tow hitch, like a tow truck or a Puckwood style truck. That would be pretty neat. SCX7. SCX7, that could be like the that Arlo truck. The 400 SC, I've got one of those servos and it's done me great ever since I've had it. Now I've also got the Alacritus 300. That is a crazy fast servo. Most of the time when we put a servo in one of these things, we typically use a 299. In that Losi Truggy, I put a raw 800 in there. So that was all I had in the bin. Yeah, I had a raw 800 just sitting there waiting. Oh yeah, the Boom Racing Land Rover. I forgot about that. Yeah. In fact, Scale Rat still has that truck. I probably need to get that from him. So probably need to get that from him. Can high-end servo survive on a basher without a servo saver? For a little while it can. For a little while. All right, we got about 3 minutes here. We're going to wrap this up. I got all kinds of mismatched parts everywhere. All right, we're about to wrap this thing up here. Yeah, you guys are kind of giving me too much breathing space. But anyway, all right, so real quick, I do have SCX6 inserts on the website now. So you guys are welcome to get them ordered. They are kind of limited supply. Guy Spencer made it in. Yep, early night. If I'm lucky, I'll be in bed by midnight. So that hasn't happened in a while. But if I'm lucky, I know I want to continue with these right here. This is really nice. I like how this is working out. Thank you, Mark Saxon. Appreciate it. But Joe, don't forget to get. I do need to get it back. I gave it to him to get it painted and all Jurassic-y and all that, but he's been busy with J Concepts and all that, so it kind of hasn't been there. Oh, Marcus, you saw my BP gas running with a Hyundai? I want to tell you guys, I got over 37 miles per gallon with my Hyundai Santa Fe coming back from when I went to pick up Ram Bouncer 2.0. So over 37 miles per gallon with that thing. Granted, I was drafting people, but still, that's awesome. It's going to be weird. I guess I'll just release a video one day. Who knows? You watch. That'll be one of the stupid videos that actually does well. You watch. It'll be the one. Working on cars, having a good night. We need a new 2.2 rig. Who will make it? I have no idea. A new 2.2. You talking something like a Rift or something? Yeah, Marcus, you watch. That'll be the one that goes. Oh, I got another bike coming. This one looks a little bit weird, but it has a little basket tray on the back of it. So it should be more utility. So when I get that one, I'll mess with that one too. So even though I know you guys don't like bikes, but when you go to these large events, having a way to get around is kind of important. Oh, negative G, I was actually just showed your wheels right here. I have not got them done yet, but I did show your wheels. And I got to get that insert done to go into these to lock them into place. So, negative G, contact me. Are there a lot of these wheels out there? If there are, I could just simply adjust a few inserts and actually make them lock into these if you wanted them to go. But I'm not sure if if there's a lot of guys that would want something to physically lock onto this, bolt in, like a cheat code. All right, so you sold 500 of these? Okay. What's the common tire that they're running? And I could probably just do a little, it wouldn't take much to put a little bit of an insert in there, something to lock it into place. Cheat code for negative G. The negative G codes. That could be something, right? The negative G code bead locks. Proline NJ Concepts. And then you gave me some blue. I love blue raspberry. No, that's mint. That's not blue raspberry. As far as like the dimensions go, I can just measure this and make it go. Negative G spots. Man, I could take basically an insert like this, do a little modification and make it physically lock onto this. I don't have anything for the 2.2 ruptures. No, sir. No, sir, I don't have anything for the 2.2 ruptures. I've got some 2.2 ruptures, but I haven't actually made my way to them yet. Been working on SCX 6x6, SCX 6 stuff, MOA stuff right here. Another insert pro code thing. Not exactly sure. But 2.2 Tusk, I do have those. The 5.25 ones. I do have MK07 inserts. Yes, sir, I do. And it's just one weight for the truck, and they work pretty good. I got them on mine. Because, I mean, there's not really a lot of weight you can put on that truck yet, is there? All right, cool deal, negative. Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to... Yeah, it wouldn't take a whole lot. I could basically take this, pop this file into the end there, make a cutout to cut the metal out where it needs to be, and then put a new insert right into this. So For the metal wheels and tires for the MK07. Oh, okay. Yeah, then you should be good to go. Basically just a rib. Basically, yeah. Yep, and I've got all the brass on mine as well. So, but yeah, but to make them fit correctly, you see that fits in really tight as far as squeezing this into here. So I'll open this up a little bit and then add the rib so it'll just pop right into place. All right. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Apparently I need to go work on some inserts and get set up for tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, for everybody on right now, keep your eyes peeled for Red Cat. Red Cat's got something really cool coming up tomorrow when they do their live and their release. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Robin wants to watch the printer. Man, tell you what, Andrew, buy her a printer and get on like Tinkercad where I mess with my stuff and just start putting blocks together. It's super easy. So I could even I could send her a STL for one of the Dicky Ducks and she could literally watch it print all the way up. Maybe. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all later, and I'm going to go mess around with some more inserts because I want to go ahead and get messing with this right here. I'm thinking J Concepts, Pro Line, and the skinny pins. For me, I'm thinking skinny pins are where it's going to be at for these. But regardless, all right, guys, catch you guys later. Sunday, we are having a crawler event here at the Exoplex. So Paul King, get that ecto going. And on Saturday evening, we got Sean's event, in which we did go out to the Callahan today and verified that the loop does work. So this is going to be a fun race. Yeah. All right. Guys, y'all have a good one, and I am out of here. Time to go back to work.